Good evening, everyone, and join me on the journey to discover who is Jim Coons. I can tell you when we first got this assignment, an introduction speech seemed like it should be an easy thing to do, but for me, I really did struggle with it. Not because I don't want to talk about myself, but because I thought to myself, what is about me that is dynamic or unique? It might be very interesting that stands out to some people. And when I look at myself, I think to myself, here's a big burly guy. He's a football coach. He wears shirts and t-shirts all the time. And I think people's first impression of him often is this is a big redneck dude that isn't very smart. And honestly, as we know, looks can be deceiving. Now, I do fall into that burly guy persona in some aspects. I am a youth football coach in the Harrisburg area. I love doing it. I've been doing it for the better part of 10 years at this point, and it's a world of enjoyment. I'm a hard-nosed coach, but I am a fair coach. Whatever these kids do, I do as well. If we're going to run sprints, I run them with them. Maybe not as fast, but I do it because if they're going to do it, I should be able to do it. So when my rules come out, they listen to them, they stick with them. Another thing that I like is ice hockey. I've been a hockey fan as long as I can remember. I know my mother said when she was pregnant with me back in 1974, we were at Hershey Bears Calder Cup Championship games that year. So that's when it started for me. I truly love hockey. It's tremendous skill. It's tremendous physical play. Unfortunately, a lot of that physical play has gone away over the past couple of years, and I'm starting to lose interest in it. And that's a shame because I've grown up with it and I truly do love it. With that interest waning away, however, I have an increased interest in local dirt track racing here in the central PA area. For people who are familiar with dirt track racing, there's multiple tracks around here that race sprint cars, which are my favorite class of vehicle to race. You're talking about 24 guys on a half-mile dirt track going 130 miles an hour, risking life and limb in every possible turn. It's an adrenaline rush, and it was something I wish I could do. Unfortunately, it's not in my budget to do. You're talking about millions of dollars of equipment to get these things on the track to run every week, and you may not even qualify. In spite of all those things, I do have another side to me. I won't say I'm a cultured individual, but I do enjoy things like museums, movies, going to musicals. One of my absolute favorite things to do is dinner theater. A lot of people laugh at that when they see me. I'm 6'1", about 300 pounds, football coach. Here's this guy at dinner theater. I love it. And that all started back when I was on my honeymoon about 15 years ago. We went to Niagara Falls in Canada. While we were there, we were looking for something to do the first night, and we heard of a dinner theater that was down the street. It was called O Canada A. I thought that was a funny title, so we went and checked it out. The show was great. It talked about the music of Canada, such as Gordon Lightfoot, the Edmund Fitzgerald song, for those of you that may know that. It talked about Mounties. It talked about ice hockey. It talked about people from Newfoundland being called Newfies. It talked about maple syrup. It was really a good show. It was very interactive with the crowd. The best part of that trip was the gentleman who sat beside me. His name was George. He was from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. This guy was a riot. He was involved in the show the whole time. He was making everybody laugh. He sat beside me. We got to talk a whole bunch. At one point, he said, Jim, you're a big American guy, and did you know that the record for 32-ounce sodas drank here is 6? I think you can beat that. I had no choice but to honor America and take on that challenge, and in the end, I did drink 7 and felt the worst part of that for about 2 days, but I did accomplish it. But that was a great experience I had there, which ended up with my love of dinner theater. In the end, I hope you can see that I have more sides than even just being a big burly coach. I mean, really, how many of you can actually say that you know a football coach whose 2 favorite movies are Dirty Dancing and Footloose? Well, now you know at least one.